Hey, what's going on, creatures? Phenomenal Matt here, and this is my WWE Royal Rumble reactions video. Royal Rumble had just ended. Honestly, I can say that was the worst Rumble I've ever seen in my life. Um, it there wasn't really much hype in it for me and everything. I mean, Shinsuke winning the Royal Rumble match was big hype. Rey Mysterio returned. That was probably the biggest shock of the Royal Rumble match itself. Adam Cole, baby, made his Royal Rumble debut and everything. But where was Kenny Omega? The Bullet Club just turned on him. Where was Jeff Hardy? Matt Hardy was only in there for about a minute or two, and then he and Bray eliminated themselves. The women's Royal Rumble match was better than the men's Royal Rumble match this year. Honestly, I would have to say, but yes, congratulations to Shinsuke. He's going after the guy who retained the WWE Championship in tonight's Rumble, the phenomenal AJ Styles. AJ keeps the WWE Championship, as I knew, because honestly, if it was co-WWE champions, then it would end up turning into this whole tag team brouhaha. For the WWE title, the most prestigious prize. But they should have had that as the main event, or at least somewhere in after the Universal title match. Because honestly, guys, the WWE title's been around since the beginning. The Universal title just came around, and it's like Vince is trying to turn that into the biggest title. I think that's why a lot of times I choose the Indies over WWE, because the booking is kind of terrible. Fucking the match hypes itself just ain't built up anymore. Now Styles and Nakamura at WrestleMania, that's gonna be hyped up. That's gonna just keep building up the hype and building up the feud. As Shinsuke sat there in the ring and said that he's going after AJ Styles, the rematch. The rematch from New Japan when Styles fought Nakamura for the IWGP Intercontinental title in a losing effort. So this time I would say that Styles Nakamura 2, AJ's going to pick up the win at Mania. AJ's probably going to go on and beat CM Punk's record of being the longest reigning WWE champion. By the way, what was Dolph Ziggler doing back here? He dropped the United States Championship to be in the Rumble? Really? Like, come on. There was no hype in that. Nobody even friggin' cheered because they didn't give a damn. Honestly, like I said, as I had said it before, I'm sorry to say, but this was the worst Royal Rumble I've ever seen. There was some hype. Like I said, Rey Mysterio's return was big. Hopefully he stays with WWE. Lita in the Women's Royal Rumble match. We'll get to that in a little bit. I know I've just been ranting about the men's Royal Rumble match and talking about how big the WWE title match at WrestleMania will be. Um, but yeah, Styles and excuse me there. Styles versus Owens and Zayn was a pretty good match. I liked it. It built up the hype, but I knew that AJ was gonna keep the title, right? I mean, we all knew. Why have a co-WWE champion and then end up turning it into like this whole tag team thing now, where you guys can be co-WWE champ? That wouldn't work. WWE has got to keep their biggest title. Um, but it's all WWE is just kind of crazy. Like I said, no Kenny Omega, no Jeff Hardy. So technically, the hype in the Royal Rumble match for me was at an all-time low. And that never happens. When Rey Mysterio returned, my jaw dropped. My second youngest brother, Zach, who you guys saw in yesterday's vlog, bounced out on the trampoline. Uh, or, yeah, I think it was yesterday's vlog. Bounced out on the trampoline. Um, Rey Mysterio is his favorite. And seeing the reaction of him and everything on his face, that put a smile on his face that Rey Mysterio returned. The biggest little man in all of sports entertainment. Honestly, that that built up a great hype because I'll bet a lot of people were starting to get bored. Finn Balor lasted 57 minutes and 32 seconds. Very impressive, Finn. I figured Shinsuke was gonna win. I'm tired, guys. I know I say it a lot, but I'm tired of seeing Roman Reigns in the main event. I mean, leave it in the comments below if you are too, because it honestly, it's just driving me crazy, and that's another big reason why I'm starting like this whole thing with WWE. I mean, I'm still gonna watch it because one, the Hardy Boys, two, AJ Styles. Um, so yeah. Speaking of AJ, 2 years and 4 days ago, he made his debut in the Royal Rumble at number 3. And he got the biggest pop out of everybody in that match. Because he was making his debut. He's ending his career in a place that he had never been to before, and that is the WWE. He's gonna, he's, hopefully he will beat CM Punk's reign at 434 days. Hopefully he'll hold it longer than CM Punk. Heel or face, it don't matter. Hold it longer than CM Punk's reign at 434 days and remain the champion. I mean, I know AJ's going to want to drop the title at some point as well, but this time he's going to get a pretty lengthy run. Let's hope this goes through. Because honestly, guys, I think the same time AJ won it was the same day that CM Punk had won the title at Survivor Series in 2011 and held that until like January 27th, 2013. If I'm correct or not. Don't remember the exact date. It wasn't November 20th because I think that was Survivor Series, but it was like a week or two before. I don't know. I gotta check it again and see when exactly he won the WWE title again. But you know what? Let's hope that this can happen. Styles vs. Nakamura is going to be a big build-up. Nakamura thought one step ahead of Roman Reigns this time, and he ends up winning. Great one for you. There were a few matches on the pre-show. There was a United States title match. Bobby Roode fought um, Mojo Rawley and retained the United States title, as a lot of people figured he would. 2 out of 3 falls. We had the Usos versus Benjamin and Gable, and here the Usos actually won. I thought Jay was going to be punished and Vince was going to have him drop the SmackDown tag titles, but then again, no one really wants to see Benjamin and Gable hold the SmackDown titles, right? Because honestly, they don't have they don't have anything to build up on or whatnot. Go back to NXT, try to relive the hype, and then come back once you get better. Breezango are more over with the crowd than those two. Speaking of tag titles, Rollins and Jordan lost the Raw Tag Team titles to the Bar, as I had suspected. I'm not sure if leave it in the comments below. Did Matt Hardy have a match against Bray Wyatt at all? And if he did, let me know who won. If not, then I guess they were just competing in the Rumble match. But Matt Hardy should have had a one-on-one match against Bray Wyatt. I would have loved to see that again. And Matt Hardy's also been teasing that he's going from woken to broken. Yes. But as I said, this Royal Rumble was not anywhere near as exciting as the past 2 Royal Rumbles for me, 2016 and 2017. AJ Styles vs. John Cena last year for the WWE title was by far the best match. And that's the thing when it comes to AJ Styles, and there are some people who don't give him enough credit for it. AJ Styles is far out the best wrestler on this planet. Literally he can make anybody look good in a match without even having to try. And AJ can make him look good. That's why he's known as the phenomenal one. There's one person who pretty much matches the same wrestling caliber as AJ Styles, and that's Kenny Omega. And he didn't make a debut to the Rumble like I thought he would have. Because after Cody and the rest of the Bullet Club turned on him, Matt and Nick Jackson obviously didn't go in and super kick him, so maybe he'll try to work something out with the Bullet Club, but I'm not 100% sure. But right now, that's on another topic to talk about. Um, in the first ever women's Royal Rumble match, that match honestly got me a little bit more excited and everything. Then again, most of the women in there are hot, so we wouldn't get most of us excited, right? Right? You know what I'm talking about. No, it kind of just had more of the build up for it. Then again, first time ever. Um, Unfortunately, Asuka got the win, and I didn't want to see her win. Kelly was featured in it. Lita and everybody. Kelly should stay with the WWE right now. I mean, seriously. But guys, if AJ Lee had made a return and everything, you know how bad everyone would have freaked out. But then again, CM Punk's chance would have been going around instead of AJ Lee's chance. And and that was one thing that they couldn't tolerate when she was still wrestling and Punk wasn't. That no matter how many times AJ came out to the ring, they were always chanting for her husband instead of her. Um, but yeah, Asuka got the win. She didn't really even pick. Um, she didn't really pick who she was gonna go after because Ronda Rousey ended up coming out, and I knew Rousey was gonna be featured somewhere in the Rumble, but I thought she was gonna be in the match. That would have made the hype much better. Honestly, guys, Ronda Rousey's very pretty, so just putting that out there right now. She's a pretty person. Um, but who all did we? We had the return of Beth Phoenix as well. Michelle McCool, Trish Stratus, Molly Holly, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Vicky Guerrero. Oh my God, I'm sitting here just like, get her out of the ring. Honestly, she was the only one I did not want to see in that Rumble, and she was in it anyway. Damn you, Vicky. Damn you. Um, but yeah, it. I honestly, after Sasha Banks got eliminated, I thought Brie was gonna pick up the win because Brie hadn't wrestled in over a year because of being at home taking care of hers and Daniel Bryan's kid. So it would have been best to feature her in it. Yeah, speaking of Daniel Bryan, he wasn't even in the men's Royal Rumble match at all, like it was rumored. Because he was in there, maybe he would have picked either AJ Styles or Lesnar that he would have went after and everything, and she would have been fine. Speaking of Lesnar, the Universal title was on the line as Lesnar took on Strowman and Kane. And honestly, guys, Lesnar picked up the win, and my pick was Strowman. I knew Strowman was going to be the dominator of the match, and I knew Kane was just going to be the jobber because Kane was the one pinned. But as I said, not much excitement built up into me and everything, and I'm just sitting there like, why? Um, I got excited when Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt were building up the hype a little bit in the Royal Rumble match, getting delete chants going on, and Matt Hardy and Bray obviously eliminating themselves, but it would have been nice to see Matt Hardy in the match a little bit longer. Because Matt was kind of my pick for the men's Royal Rumble match. If Jeff Hardy wasn't going to be there, and if Kenny Omega wasn't going to be there, but also Shinsuke was in one of my picks as well. I knew Finn Balor wasn't. Gonna win, but I didn't figure that he was gonna stay in there that long. So it was kind of like that. It would have been built up to the point where he would have won. Um, but I don't know, guys. It just didn't didn't get me anywhere near excited this year. And trust me, I love wrestling. Don't get me wrong, But last night's Ring of Honor was better than tonight's Royal Rumble, and Ring of Honor was taped. Royal Rumble was live, and I liked Ring of Honor better. Um, but yeah, I get it. WWE was the first wrestling thing I started watching, but when I started watching TNA and Ring of Honor, and now officially starting to watch New Japan, I like the Indies a lot better. It They build up a lot more character. They build up a lot more scenes and everything. They make everything more interesting than what a lot of other people think. A lot of people say that the Young Bucks are out there killing the business. How are they killing the business? I believe that they're improving it by the spots that they do and all the bumps that they take. Guys, these guys are Matt and Nick Jackson are the next generation Hardys. No one can take that away from them. They are the best tag team of all time. And if they were to come to WWE, Vince will end up splitting them up. I mean, yes, I would love to see him come to the WWE too. Take either the Raw or SmackDown tag titles, or take them both and everything. But eventually Vince will end up separating them. Keeping one on Raw and one on SmackDown. And I'm sorry, they're a lot better as tag teams. There are some teams out there that are just better as tag teams than they are singles competitors. And then there are some teams out there that are better as singles competitors than tag teams. The Shield, better off being alone. Matt and Jeff, both ways, tag teams and singles division, because they both had improved in both of them. The Young Bucks, tag team. The Bar, I can really care less. The Briscoes, both. The Dudleys, both. Edge and Christian, both. There's so many tag teams out there. Red Dragon, tag team. War Machine, tag team. The Wyatts don't matter, because they don't build up as much. For me, Strowman used to never build up as much hype and everything well, Strowman never really got me interested in everything until he started being this whole dominant force. And then I'm like, man, holy shit, what a fast giant that is. What a monster. And honestly, yeah. So, Royal Rumble wasn't the best for me this year. It was just, I mean, I bet I would have gotten more excited if I was there live, because I live 2 hours away from Philly. So, or like 2 to 3 hours away from Philadelphia. So, yeah, it would have been great to see me out there in the crowd. I would have brought my tablet with me, but I most likely would have brought my phone with me, because it would have been a lot easier to react with the live reactions and going out buying merch if I had the money. I don't have money right now. I'm tight on that, but I'm also working on it since now I have my job, and that's gonna be great. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today's vlog. I'm sorry that it was more about ranting about WWE and giving the indies much more of a bigger rating than they get credit for, but honestly, it's the truth right now, and at least in my eyes, until WWE gets better with some of their things. So anyway, that was my reactions. Let me know your reactions in the comments below. Also, put your social media names in the comments below, and I'll be happy to give you guys a shout out. If you liked it and the target to shoot that like button, do not forget to turn on my post notifications so you never miss a new video. And I'll see all you creatures in the next one. I'm out.